Hey guys, Karasif here with another review. This time I'll be reviewing the Henshin Belt Deluxe RaidRiser from Kamen Rider 01. This is a premium Bandai exclusive item, as the belt used by raiders to transform, with this set focusing on the fighting JACKAL raider. This set includes the RaidRiser, one progress key, a set of belt straps, and a belt stopper. So, let's get started. First up, we'll look at the included fighting JACKAL progress key. This is a standard type progress key done in a gold color. We got the name, Fighting JACKAL, and its ability, Hunt. We have the image of the jackal, which is definitely stylized to look like the Egyptian god Anubis, who had the head of a jackal. Then when we open up, we have a robotic skeleton, which is in a position similar to the sphinxes of Egypt. So there's some sounds it makes on its own. First up, the name announcement. Then the ability.
JACKAL's ability.
And after that we get a few phrases from Yua Yaiba. Normally the person who transforms into Kamen Rider Valkyrie, but was also for a period of time the fighting JACKAL raider. And then it goes back to the beginning. There's also a special mode that you get if you press and hold the button, which only has the basic ability announcement. Then you can switch back to normal mode by pressing and holding the button again. Next, we'll look at the RaidRiser itself. Similar to the Zesman Riser, this is another pretty simple belt where it basically just has a slot to insert a progress key, as well as a button to activate it. And in fact, there's actually a similarity between the two where they have the same inner portion, or same backing for the slot where you put in the progress key. Though in the case of this one, the slot is at an angle, so to make it easier to insert the key with your right hand. This has a pretty simple design, mostly black as well as bits of silver and red. The button is right here, which presses in like that. And interestingly enough, it also comes on this buckle, which is the same kind used for the Shot Riser and Slash Riser, but in this case done in a sort of brownish gray color. That being said, it's literally just for the purpose of holding on to the RaidRiser, as there is no activation button that will change the sounds whether it's on or off the belt. Speaking of belts, of course this is the kind where the straps are separate from the belt, and there are no clips, so obviously install it in the same way as usual. We insert the left belt strap, loop in the right and connect them in the back. And slide on the belt stopper, which interestingly is not done in the same color as the buckle, but rather a simple kind of metallic black color. Then just decide the size and slide on the stopper into place. So there we have the completed RaidRiser. You have the power switch here on the bottom, and if you switch it on, it'll just make a simple name announcement.
RaidRiser.
Now this is one of those types of belts where it doesn't do anything on its own, so you'd have to bring in a progress key in order to get it to work. Next, we'll use the Fighting JACKAL key with the RaidRiser to transform, and I found that because of weight distribution issues, it'll be better to do so with the belt straps attached.
Fighting JACKAL! Deciding the fate of a battle like a valkyrie.
So there we have the transformation into the Fighting JACKAL Raider. There's also a special version that you get when you switch modes. So in this version, in the middle of the standby sound, you actually hear USA Jiso, the phrase used by raiders to transform instead of Henshin. And so, let's take a look at the Fine Jackal Raider right here. So as you can see, she's done in a style very similar to the Greek god Inuits. A lot of black and gold. A nice touch about this is that the base body is actually using the Zaya style, or rather the Ames style undersuit. You also see that she has a large scythe that she wields. So from here we can then press the button again for the special attack.
Fighting Bolide.
Which is the Fighting Bolide, although to me it sounds like it's saying Fighting Blight. Then to remove the progress key, you just press the button here, which will eject it. Next, we'll use the Fighting Jackal key with the other belts, starting with the RaidRiser.
Hunt. Authorize. Shut rise. Fighting Jackal. Fate of a battle like a valkyrie.
And there we get the translations for what could have theoretically been Valkyrie Fighting Jackal, a form we never got. Then we also have these two special attacks. First, the Fighting Blast.
Hunt. Fighting Blast.
And the Fighting Blast Fever.
Hunt. Fighting Blast.
Next, we'll use Fighting Jackal with the 0-1 driver.
Hunt. Authorize.
And I've noticed that while it's authorized, if you press the button and say Jiso,
Stroke rise. Critical versus swing. Fighting Jackal. Deciding the fate of a battle like a valkyrie.
and as you probably have heard by now, or have been able to hear, the English phrase at the end does make reference to the fact that the Fighting Jackal Raider was previously Kamen Rider Valkyrie. Then we have the Fighting Impact.
Fighting Impact.
And we'll bring in a separate key to power up to the Fighting Terra Impact.
Fighting Terra Impact.
After that, we'll bring in the attached shotgun for a weapon finisher.
Hunt. Progress key confirmed. Ready to utilize. Jackal ability. Fighting Kamen shot.
And finally, other progress keys can also be used with the RaidRiser.
Dash. RaidRize. Rushing Vita. Try to outrun this demon to get lost in the dust. Rushing Bolide.
Before anyone says so in the comments or mentions anything about it, I did intentionally skip using the Fine Jackal key with the Force Riser because the RaidRiser uses the same sound pattern as the Force Riser / Zetsume Riser. And there we go. Overall, this is an interesting belt in that it is a similar type of belt as the Zetsume Riser in that it really does have pretty basic functionality. But it is at least something that feels something like it should be a premium set with how they have all those voice lines added into the Fine Jackal key. And this is basically just a base for other Raider used progress keys, which were released separately, a few of which I actually do have as they were released in a couple of deluxe sets. So this is definitely something I would recommend for fans of Kamen Valkyrie / the Fine Jackal Raider, though I'd also probably recommend getting some other progress keys used with it. However, before I get to those ones, next up I'll be looking at the 2 Zetsume Rise key sets. So, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and if you're new and would like to see more, please subscribe and hit the bell icon. And for now, this is KRX50, writing off.